So here we are now going to allow the filter to be of the infinite in duration, what we can regard to be IIR filter, and the corresponding data sequence to be infinite as well here. So when we talk about the filter output to be expressed by the mathematical expression here, the corresponding equation denoting y of n to be the filter output will be having the form y of n is equal to the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity carried on for the product of h of k with x of n minus k. Here the filter coefficients are selected in order to have minimization of the statistical metric, that it is mean square error, that is between the desired output, we have been denoting it by d of n, and the filter output that we have just now denoted in this expression by y of n. So this minimization of the mean square error can be denoted by this Greek symbol. To the suffix we have denoted infinity, as this is for the case of IIR, that means infinite impulse response filter type here. So here it is equal to the expected value of capital E of mod square of E of n here. This we can also express to the full form, where we have it expressed capital E of mod square of, inside the mod we have written d of n minus the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity or h of k multiplied to x of n minus k. Now making the application of orthogonality principle will lead to the Wiener-Hopf equation, which can be given as, here we write the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity or h of k multiplied to the autocorrelation representation gamma suffix xx of L minus k equal to the cross correlation gamma suffix dx of L, where L is greater than or equal to 0. So here the residual MMSE, the minimized mean square error, is simply obtained by application of the condition that we have seen in the preceding section here, or the infinite impulse response Wiener filter here. So therefore for the current case we write MMSE, in the suffix we write the infinity sign here. We can also denote it as minimum of the representation of the Greek symbol for the same, and that is equal to the variance denoted by sigma square, in the suffix we have t, minus the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity for the multiplication of, we have h optimum of k in multiplication to the conjugate of gamma suffix dx of k. Now as the first equation on the slide you see that it is the Wiener-Hopf equation. See, as this equation is holding true for the case L greater than or equal to 0, it is very obvious that it cannot be solved directly with the Z transformation techniques. So now solution for the optimum IIR Wiener filter based on the innovations representation of the stationary random process x of n will be the only option. So let us recall here that the stationary random process that we denote by x of n having the autocorrelation representation and the power spectral density can have the representation as the equivalent innovation process through a noise whitening filter with the system function 1 upon capital G of Z, where capital G of Z is the minimum phase part obtained from the spectral factorization of the power spectral density capital gamma suffix xx of Z here. So here we express capital gamma suffix xx of Z is equal to the variance sigma suffix I, sigma is squared here in multiplication to capital G of Z further multiplied to capital G of Z inverse. So therefore G of Z is analytic into the region mod Z greater than R1, where R1 is less than 1. So now for the current case of IIR Wiener filter, the optimum Wiener filter can be viewed as a cascade of the whitening filter that can be denoted by 1 upon capital G of Z with the second filter, let us denote it by capital Q of Z, whose output that can be denoted by y of n is similar or directly you can say it is identical to the output of the optimum Wiener filter. So since we have the relation y of n is equal to the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity for q of k multiplied to I of n minus k, where this I of n is the innovations process here. And along with this, we know that E of n error is the difference of d of n with y of n. So the application of the orthogonality principle that just now we have seen in the previous video will yield the new Wiener-Hopf equation. So the new form of the Wiener-Hopf equation can be denoted the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity for q's of k multiplied to gamma suffix ii of L minus k, that is equal to gamma suffix di of L. Here also we have L greater than or equal to 0. Now as we know that I of n is white, so therefore gamma suffix ii of L minus k will be equal to 0 unless the L is equal to k. So therefore we obtain the solution to the form q of L, that is equal to the ratio where numerator is gamma suffix di of L and the denominator is gamma suffix ii of 0. So this we can also express to the ratio gamma suffix di of L kept as it is in the numerator, whereas the denominator is sigma suffix I, sigma is squared. So for L greater than or equal to 0. Now the Z transformation of the sequence Q of L can be expressed to the form capital Q of Z. We are always preferring capital Q, the capital notations for the transformed representations. So capital Q of Z, this is equal to the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity for Q of k into Z to the power minus k. So this is what the Z transformation formulation. So when we solve it, we get it to the form 1 upon sigma suffix I squared in multiplication to the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity for gamma suffix di of k into Z to the power minus k. Now let us denote the Z transformation of the two-sided cross correlation sequence. Cross correlation sequence is denoted gamma suffix di of k in the RHS of the above equation here. So here we have capital gamma suffix di of Z, that is equal to the summation k is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity or small gamma suffix di of k into Z to the power minus k. We also define capital gamma suffix di of Z positive as equal to the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity small gamma suffix di of k into Z to the power minus k. So therefore capital Q of Z will be equal to 1 upon sigma suffix I, sigma is squared, in multiplication to capital gamma suffix di of Z positive. Now in order to have determination of capital gamma suffix di of Z positive, let us have the beginning with the output of the noise whitening filter. So it can be expressed as I of n is equal to the summation k is equal to 0 to infinity or multiplication of V of k with x of n minus k, where the V of k for k being greater than or equal to 0, which is the impulse response of the noise whitening filter, we denote 1 upon capital G of Z equivalent to capital V of Z, which can be expressed as the summation of k is equal to 0 to infinity for V of k multiplied to Z to the power minus k. So therefore gamma suffix di of k is equal to the expected value of d of n multiplied to the conjugate of I of n minus k. So this is equal to the summation m is equal to 0 to infinity for small v of n multiplied to capital E of d of n into the conjugate of x of n minus m minus k. So this is equal to the summation m is equal to 0 to infinity for v of m multiplied to gamma suffix dx of k plus m. Now the Z transformation of the cross correlation gamma suffix di of k can be denoted as, in the Z transformation, here we have the representation by the capital gamma suffix di as a function of Z this is equal to the summation k is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. In operation 2, another we have the summation m is equal to 0 to infinity v of m gamma suffix dx of k plus m. So this is in multiplication to z to the power minus k, the formulation of z transformation. So as we find solution by the next step, we express it to the form, first of all, the summation m is equal to 0 to infinity for v of m multiplied to the summation k is equal to minus infinity to infinity over gamma suffix dx of k plus m into z to the power minus k. By the next step, we express it to the form summation m is equal to 0 to infinity or v of m into z to the power m multiplied by the summation k is equal to minus infinity to infinity or gamma suffix dx of k into z to the power minus k. Finally, expressing it to the form capital V of z inverse. So we have z to the power minus 1 in multiplication to capital gamma suffix dx of z here. So this is also the ratio. Here we write capital gamma suffix dx of z divided by capital G of z to the power minus 1. So therefore we express capital Q of z is equal to 1 upon sigma square. The sigma is having the suffix I multiplication to the ratio where we have capital gamma suffix dx of z divided by capital G of z to the power minus 1, and this ratio is denoted with the positive sign. So finally, the optimum infinite impulse response Wiener filter will have the system function denoted by capital H. In the suffix we denote for optimumness OPT, and this is a function of z here, a ratio of Q of z with G of z, expressing it 1 upon sigma suffix I squared into G of z multiplied to the square bracket that has the ratio capital gamma suffix dx of z divided by capital G of z to the power minus 1. The square bracket is having the positive sign in the representation as a sign. So in short, we can have the solution for the optimum infinite impulse response Wiener filter that require a spectral factorization of capital gamma suffix xx of z to obtain capital G of z, the minimum phase component, and then we will be solving for the causal part of capital gamma suffix dx of z divided by capital G of z to the power minus 1 as we have represented in the equation here.